That was the correct way to talk about belts to bones. The next thing we're going to do to really engage the kids is to ask them 4 questions. The first question is, how many of you rode on a school bus today? Okay, some of you did. How many of you rode in a car with mom or dad? Quite a few did. Okay. All right, how many wore your seatbelt today? We like to see a lot of hands go up, but they don't always do. All right, and the 4th question is, how many of you sat in a booster seat today? What are these right here? All right. These 4 questions are used to show the teachers, the principal, and even the other children how many children are sitting in a booster seat. We'll compare this to how many should be sitting in a booster seat later on. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Tennessee state law. Under 4 feet 9 and 9 years old, a child needs to be in a booster seat. We use this height chart to visually represent that. So at this point, you're going to need volunteers from the crowd. Get 10 to 20 students. You can ask the teachers to pick the children, you can ask Ollie to pick the children, or other volunteers to go out and pick some volunteers to bring up to the front of the room. We will then line them up in front of this high chart and see how tall they are compared to the 4 feet 9 they need to be to get out of the booster seat. We're going to go visit a school and see how it's done.
If you're driving the car, you're probably grown up, right? Yeah. Okay. At least a teenager, okay? So even teenagers, even moms and dads, even grandparents, all have to use their seatbelt when they get in the car, okay? And you can help them by reminding them if they forget, okay? As soon as they get in the car, before they put it in drive and start driving down the road, you remind them, don't forget your seatbelt, okay? On the count of 3, everybody say, don't forget your seatbelt together. 1, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys, and that is really cool. So give yourselves a round of applause for that one. Okay, now we need to play a game because we have another rule in Tennessee, the Tennessee law about booster seats. Okay, have you guys ever heard what the Tennessee booster seat law is yet? Okay. We have a big poster over here that says in Spanish. How many of you guys know how to speak Spanish? Cool. I'm learning, but I'm still not very good at it, okay? So the law in Spanish and English is the same, okay? If you're under 9 years old and under 4 feet 9, you need to use a booster seat when you ride in the car, okay? This arrow, everybody see this arrow up here? Okay. This is the arrow that marks on our poster 4 feet 9 inches tall, okay? Way up here. Ollie, you want to hold it? See, look way up here. 4 feet 9 inches tall, okay? And 9 years old. So if you're under 9 years old and under 4 feet 9, you need to use a booster seat in the car. So everybody practice this. This is how we're going to play the game. On the count of 3, everybody shout booster. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay, and if you're taller than 4 feet 9, like Miss Deborah and Commissioner Mitchell and Ollie and me and Officer Fernandez and Carol and Christy, you need to use a seatbelt because you're taller, okay? So on the count of 3, let's all say seatbelt together, okay? 1, 2, 3. I think they're going to do awesome at this game. Okay, guys, we need volunteers from the audience, okay? And we got some helpers down there. Maybe Miss Yon, maybe you can help. And Miss Carol, do you want to go down and help? And Miss Amanda's going to help. And we're going to grab some volunteers to play our game with us, okay? Cameron is going to be our first volunteer. Okay, guys? There you go, buddy. What's your name? Maynard? Maynard. Cool. There you go. There you go. Line up. All right, guys. You see all of our friends up here? Give them a round of applause for volunteering. You know what I think is special about Tennessee? Tennessee has a nickname. Does anybody know what the nickname for Tennessee is? The volunteer state, okay? We're not just known for football, especially right now. We are known for being volunteers. Do you know what volunteers do? They help without getting money, she said. So yeah, volunteers help without getting money. Okay, this is the sign for help. Everybody take your thumb, give me a thumbs up, put it on your hand, and raise your hand up. Okay, that's the sign for help. And Ollie loves to help. Okay, so Ollie's helping us. We're helping you. You're going to help us by volunteering and helping everybody remember to use their seatbelts and their booster seats in the car, okay? So, Cameron is my #1 guy right now. Cameron, can you come and stand in front of the poster?
Stay right here.
All right. If Cameron were riding in the car, what would he need to use in the car? because that booster seat's going to raise him up. See, look at Officer Fernandez. That booster seat's going to raise him up in the car and make sure that seatbelt fits across his body the right way, okay? So, we already know he needs to use a booster seat, so on the count of 3, let's shout booster seat. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And then Cameron, and then it's time to go sit down back in your spot, okay? So they're going to go through the line, and if you guys get them all right, we've got some cool prizes over here to give to you guys, okay? Do you like to get prizes? Yeah! All right, so I'm going to go over here and help the train go along, and you guys, what does she need to use in the car? All right, now keep them going pretty quick. Okay, what does she need to use? There you go. There we go. You need a seatbelt, you know that, right? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, come here, buddy. Good job. What's your name?
Seatbelt. The big guy. Now.
When you stand in front. Get measured. Good job. There you go. She needs a seatbelt, right? So we had 3 friends come through the line that needed a seatbelt, right? Was it 3 or 4? 3, okay. Well, only 3 of our friends in school, out of our group that we picked, were tall enough for the grown-up seatbelt, okay? That shows me that most of us in our school today, most of you students, need to be using a booster seat in the car. And that makes Ollie happy, that makes Commissioner Mitchell happy, that makes Miss Carol, Miss Christie happy, that makes me happy, makes Officer Fernandez happy, makes your parents happy to know that you're safe in the car, makes all of our teachers understand that you are safe in the car and they are happy, okay?
Now that we've measured the kids, it's important to note how many needed to be in a booster seat compared to how many raised their hands earlier. About 75% of children in elementary schools don't meet that 4 feet 9 requirement. Did 75% of children raise their hand when we asked that question earlier? Probably not. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Ollie cheer. This is Ollie's favorite game. And this is where the cheer cards come in. You're going to need 5 volunteers from the audience, and they're each going to hold 1 card, and we're going to spell out Ollie's name. Let's go visit a school and see how this is done.
Do one more fun thing. It's called the Ollie cheer, and I've got 5 of our 3rd grade friends that are going to come up here, and Ollie's going to help. And then we're going to have a couple more comments from some grown-ups, okay? But grown-ups are cool too. All right, so we're going to do the Ollie cheer. Hey guys, come on right up here in front. And our nice, what do you call it? Our bodyguards back here, they're going to help us out. And Governor Bredesen. Okay, everybody get your hands ready because we're going to spell Ollie's name so you remember when he came out here to Lakewood and talked about seatbelt safety, okay? So everybody get your hands ready because we're going to make the big O. Ollie, do you know how to do the O? All right, Ollie will show you how to do the O and the L, right? Now the other way. There you go. All right, and then there's 2 L's in Ollie's name, and then an I, and then an E, okay? Now the other way. Ollie's doing this in the mirror, I think. Okay. All right. So, Caitlin, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. Caitlin is going to take it away, okay? It's called the Ollie cheer. She's like a cheerleader at the TTU football game, or UT, whoever you're cheering for. I don't know. All right. Lakewood, the Eagles, the football team, okay? So she's going to do the cheer, and you guys get really loud, and we want to hear you cheer for Ollie, okay? All right? Can you do it? She's ready. Are you ready? Yeah! They don't sound ready. Are you ready? Yeah! All righty, here you go. Give me an O. I'll hold it. Okay. Give me an O! Give me an L! Give me another L! Give me an I! Give me an E! All right, don't say it. All right, that was good for practice, but we're really going to do it this time. We're going to do it really loud because Ollie wants to hear you all the way out the doors. He wants to blow the roof off this place, okay? Get ready, get your hands ready. We are going to do the Ollie cheer. Give me an O.
Give me an O!
Give me an L.
Give me an L!
Give me an
Another L! Give me an I! Give me an A! What does that spell?
A little bit louder.
A little bit louder!
After the Ollie cheer, it's almost time to wrap up the presentation. So we're going to talk about the school kit. This is the kit we leave at the school that contains all of the fun goodies that Ollie's left behind. They have bookmarks, a height chart, volunteer posters, a sample coloring book, and a CD-ROM toolkit that leads to Ollie's home on the webpage. So teachers, each children is going to get a bookmark. And they're also going to get an envelope that can contain Ollie mail. Ollie loves to get mail. So if you want to bring the seatbelt safety discussion back into the classroom, have them draw pictures of Ollie or write letters to him, and you can send them to us. And if your class sends us artwork, Ollie's going to send every one of your students a coloring book. Don't we love to color, Ollie? Yeah, we do. So now that we've talked about the school kit, we're all done. So we want to review real fast to make sure the kids remembered everything that we've talked about today. So the first thing we talked about was work zone safety. What are we going to ask our parents to do when we see a road builder friend or one of these barrels? Please slow down. That's right. The next thing we talked about was the seatbelt and how it fits Ollie. And what did we call that? Belts to bones. How about we say that one more time? 1, 2, 3. Belts to bones. That's right. Great job, guys. And the other thing we talked about when we measured all of our friends is if you're under 4 feet 9 or 9 years old, you need to be sitting in a booster seat. So we call that under 4 feet 9 booster time. So how about we say it together? I'll say under 4 feet 9 and you guys say booster time. 1, 2, 3. Under 4 feet 9, booster time. That's right. All right, so we learned a lot of very important things today, and Ollie has had so much fun coming to visit you guys. So he's going to be hanging out at the door, and you guys can give him a hug or high five as you leave. Make sure that you conclude with a big thank you for the principal and teachers for allowing us to come talk to their kids today. And go have fun.
Ollie the otter is a cool, cool cat in an utterly, utterly way. Ollie likes to sing, Ollie likes to dance, Ollie loves to laugh and play. But Ollie's got a big job to do, and he needs help from me and you. Together with Ollie, we'll lead the way by singing this song every day.